All right, everybody. Welcome back to episode 10 of the GameWisp Weekly Podcast. This is part 2. Part 2. And in part 2, we're going to talk about conventions, and if you're a video game content creator, gaming video content creator, that's right. Better. We're going to talk about why you should be there, and if you aren't, like, really, what's wrong with you at this point? Like, you got to get your life together. Because, really, when you talk about gaming conventions and what they mean for gaming video content creators, what it really comes down to is more fans, more money, and more conventions.
Yeah. More conventions for your conventions?
Yeah. They put a convention inside your convention so you can convention while you convention.
It's like...
Inception of conventions. But yeah, no, really, so what's happening? What's happening in the ecosystem? Mr. Anderson, tell us all about it.
So we've got PAX East coming up in just about, 2.5 weeks, something like that.
So grossly unprepared mentally for that event.
You've got 2 weeks. But we are going to be there.
Yes.
I think at this point next week we would be setting up our booth. Or not next week, the week after next.
I was about to say, holy cow.
Oh, yeah. We got a couple of weeks. But that's exciting. And so we're going to be there, which is awesome. But we've talked about that before. We can talk about that again. But really, I think the most important thing... It's not us being there, but gaming video content creators being there. And there are going to be a lot of them. And not just meandering around the show floor, not just hanging out at the Twitch booth, but and not just hanging out at our booth, because we're going to have some folks in our booth, but in official panels at PAX East.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And doing, very official meetups and signings and fan interactions and parties and stuff like that.
Entertaining shows, all that stuff.
So it's becoming more and more important for, or at least, and I guess more and more common for these content creators to like you, hopefully you're watching this, that people are just going out and meeting their fans in person. And
sure.
I think that's becoming almost not like not a necessity for growth, but if you're really interested in growing your channel to the point where you have that sort of celebrity status and you want to continue to grow that, doing live appearances is really becoming important.
It really is,
and really common.
And we kind of saw we talked about this in a blog post that Greg wrote for us about how PAX South, which while it was the inaugural PAX South, it seemed very content creator focused. There was a YouTube presence there. Mm-hmm. Twitch had a big presence there that was very partner focused. Yeah. There were a lot of YouTubers there, either doing panels or even being in our booth. Crack was there. Yeah. A lot of roving content creators, gaming content creators. So we saw a big push there, both unofficially and officially, for gaming video content creators.
Yeah, for sure.
We speculated at the time that it was just going to become even more present, like it was going to become more official. These conferences, and the PAX East schedule just came out. Earlier this week, and that sort of reaffirms our belief.
It really does.
There's even more there. If you haven't checked it out, you should totally look at the PAX East schedule, but there's just a very large official gaming video content creator presence.
Absolutely. And it's cool to see. I think, every one of the panels that we visited at PAX South, every piece of feedback we got from people that did go to panels that we couldn't make it to for whatever reason, all said that it was just an awesome experience. They had a lot of fun getting to interact with their favorite content creator. You get to, we were at the Minecraft panel. There's one that just comes to mind, and they were just doing, I don't know, they were able to just, talk, they had all their inside jokes on stage there, and the crowd obviously responded to that. And so, it was just really great for the fans to kind of be able to have that, visceral interaction with content creators. And so there are, like you said, there are a ton of panels at PAX East for content creators. There's Markiplier, there's, obviously Rooster Teeth has one. Sure. But, Polaris, the network, is putting on a lot of, sort of like sponsoring a lot of these events.
A lot of like shows and panels and stuff.
Yeah, so there's, I think, at least 20 of them, it seems like, are gaming video content creator focus. So that's a lot of stuff going on, and so if you are a fan of that, it's definitely going to be a place to be.
Yeah, it's just going to keep going. Mm-hmm. It's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if we see a couple of PAXs from now that there's just kind of like this constant presence of YouTubers doing things like, go to the C room, to see this creator at this time. It's just book solid.
Yeah,
for 30 minutes, or 30-minute panels or whatever. Like, it won't surprise me to see that.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I think, the personal presence of the content creator is important. And in addition to that, I think it's something that fans really want. even more so than like traditional celebrities.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know. There's a very human element to Let's Playing, right? It's I think it's kind of candid. The candid nature of it makes the content creator feel more human than say like an A-list Hollywood celebrity, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I wouldn't even know what to say to like, because I feel like, you know, I don't know that A-list Hollywood celebrity is like a person. Like I know them as an actor.
Right.
Whereas when I see someone do a Let's Play, I feel like I know them as a person, even if they are acting. Like they're still projecting a very human, human character, right?
Yeah,
like a very
and
fleshed out real character.
you know at least even if you don't know their name, even if you don't, you know, if maybe they're portraying a heightened version of themselves on camera, you know things you have in common with this person. You know, you have things to talk about. You have inside jokes that they've had on their channel that you're, you know, that you're interested in like participating in in a real the meat space. You know, And so that's just a really cool thing. And so I would definitely encourage you if you're a content creator to come out, and even if you're not having an official panel, to make time to meet up with people that may want to, you know, meet you in person. I think that you know, seeing the joy on people's faces when we had Minecraft in our booth last time, getting to just meet them and say hi and have a tiny conversation and get something signed from them was really great, and it was just an incredible opportunity for people as a fan. And so, you know,
I think providing that outlet is important. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's a way to engage with someone you're a fan of in a very like professional capacity, and like more importantly in an environment where they're expecting it to happen. Like if I'm a big YouTube content creator and I'm walking the show floor, like I kind of expect people to be like, "Oh, hey, it's you. What's up?"
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to come to my house and ring my doorbell and say, "Hey, it's you. What's up?" You know, or or like bump into me at a gas station and be all up in my face, right? Like, so it's, you know, if you want to meet your gaming video content creator of choice, this is the best way to do it. Yeah. And that's kind of, I think, the reason that if you're a content creator, you should be there. Yeah. You know, even if you're small, you know, you never know, right? And just go out there and walk around and see who finds you.
Well, and it's a great way to build your audience too, you know, or
solidify it at least.
Yeah, solidify it. I think, you know, the opportunity to really, you know, get to meet some, you know, even if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are there that know who you are, maybe there's 10, maybe there's 100, I don't know. But, you know, getting the chance to meet those people in person is going to, you know, change their mind about you to some extent. Like, they're going to always remember it. They're going to tell their friends.
Sure.
They're going to tell, you know, they're going to tell their parents. They're going to tell, you know, everybody's like, oh, I met, you know, so-and-so at PAX East, and that was so cool, or my favorite, you know, and that can really like build loyalty with your fans and a lot of that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I think that's a great thing about conferences for these content creators. So, you know, how are we facilitating that? I
what
think
are we up to?
What are we doing? And so, you know, we've got a couple of things going on. We've got our booth. We're going to be there with a big booth. We've got twice as much room as last time.
I don't know what we're going to do with it. I don't know.
We've got plans.
Let's play freeze tag.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be really fun. Content creator freeze tag. Yeah. But, you know, we're going to do things like have signings in the booth. You know, we're going to have some folks from Minecraft back in the booth doing signing.
Cool.
You know, we've got some other folks that we've announced on Twitter and that sort of thing, and some other folks we're talking to as well. So we're going to try to have a lot of people in the booth. So, you know, keep an eye out on that. If you are watching this and you know, make gaming video and you are, you know, interested in maybe doing a signing, we may have some space left in the schedule. So let us know. You can reach out to us about that. But, you know, we're going to have some other things like a contest. You know, we're going to be giving away snowballs.
Oh, we're doing the mics again?
Yeah, totally. Okay. Yeah. So that'll be cool if you're interested in getting one of those. You can come and sign up and possibly get that, or possibly get a t-shirt. I think we might even be giving away gift cards too, like Steam and Amazon and that sort of thing.
Are the postcards happening again?
Yeah, and we're going to have our famous conference postcards, so that's pretty sweet.
For those that don't know, Aaron, our operations guy, is a vector artist as a hobby.
That's right.
he likes to do vector art, and so
it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. So for PAX South, he made some postcards that were, like, it blew us away how well received they were at PAX South, and we
give away like 900 and 50 the first day.
Yeah,
we printed like 1,200, and so
they're never about us. They're always about the event. So
about
it's like
venue,
you know, greetings from PAX South, and it's about the city, and you know, it's got some cool art related to the city or the themes of that city or the themes of that PAX. You know, so yeah, we just give them away, and people come and take them by like the shovelful. They just shovel them into a bag, and away they go. So you know, definitely if you like to collect weird, obscure PAX things, we will have a brand new postcard for PAX East.
And so come check it out. Yeah. Those are free. Yep. You don't have to do anything for that.
Come grab buckets of them.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, the other thing we'll do is, you know, I think we'll be giving away T-shirts, a little bit of swag, that sort of thing. And then, you know, we'll have the GameWisp platform available to walk through and answer any questions about that. You know, we're there really to make ourselves available to content creators, just as well as making our space available to content creators. We want to show you what we're working on. We want to answer your questions. We want, you know, we really believe what we're building is valuable for you as a content creator and can be really helpful. So we're hopeful that you'll come by, check us out, talk to us, and we can show you what we're working on in more depth. So that's what we're doing. You know, we mentioned there's a bunch of panels. You know, we're really interested in seeing these YouTuber panels. I think we're going to be at most of them. Just to get to see them in action and talk with folks
in awe of their celebrity.
Yeah, totally. You know, one of the panels last time at PAX South, they gave away a YouTube cape, so we have that now forever.
Do we have a YouTube cape?
I think so. Dude. Greg may have it. I'm not sure where it is, but it's somewhere around here.
It's rule number one of GameWisp. You can't keep the swag.
Goes to the office. But there is going to be a big AAA presence as well. You know, that was something, frankly, that was lacking at PAX South since it was the first year.
Sure.
There were a lot of like mid-tier game companies.
Well, East is tried and true as well. Like, you know the turnout, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Big companies know there's going to be a ton of eyeballs there.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll see people like Blizzard. We'll see people like Telltale, Gearbox, Microsoft Gaming Studios, or just Microsoft Studios, whatever it is now.
All the regulars.
All the studios, and a lot of other folks. Yeah. You know, we've been to East before. I've been to Prime. We've been to South. It's a great time. So you should definitely come out. And then, you know, there's going to be a big indie showcase. The Indie Mega Booth will be back. That wasn't. I'm gonna be. That's right. The whole time. That wasn't actually at PAX South. They didn't have an Indie Mega Booth.
Really?
There was a lot of indie games, and they just kind of filled most of the space with indie games.
Indie companies and booths.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing was an Indie Mega Booth. But we had a great time talking with folks at the Indie Mega Booth in Prime or at Prime, and I guess East a couple years ago too. So we're excited to see that come back. I think there's just going to be a lot of video game presence there at the show.
So PAX East, good time.
It's good times.
What else is going on in convention land? Do we know?
So, you know, there's over the summer, obviously, there's a lot of conventions.
'Tis the season, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we're in full swing now.
There's, you know, interesting, like a lot of conferences in Texas this year. Like we had PAX South. You know, RTX is a big one that's going to be in August this year instead of July, over July 4th weekend. And then another conference that's been growing in popularity is the Screw Attack Gaming Conference.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, you guys went last year, right?
We did, yeah. It was really awesome. We were planning on being there back this year, but it was a big one for gaming video content creators as well. You know, we got to meet last year. We got to meet a ton of people from you know, people in the Normal Boots group, John Tron and other folks. Got to meet people from That One Video Gamer, Angry Video Game Nerd was there, just a ton of people, game theorists. So it was a great time for you, if you are a fan as well, to meet your favorite content creator. You know, needless to say, you know, Screw Attack was there, you know, if you like them, and then, which, who doesn't? And then Mega 64, because they kind of have this awesome rivalry thing that they just have between each other, and they compete every time. It's epic. So we really recommend that conference. It's pretty amazing.
It's in Frisco, right?
Yeah. So
I didn't even know that was a place that existed.
Yeah, Frisco, Texas.
I don't know anything about Texas.
Yeah, it's near Plano, north of Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, I got one of the three.
You got Dallas? Yeah. We're just kind of moving up. But you know, and the interesting thing too is that it's expanding as well. Like Rooster Teeth's going to have a presence there this year. There were some of the folks there at the conference attending. Like we ran into them, talked to them.
But they're going to have like an official booth or whatever.
Yeah, and then Kind of Funny Games, which is Greg Miller and company. So they're gonna be there. So it's gonna be a really neat conference. We're excited about hopefully being a part of it. And you know, everything is growing on the convention side, and it really is a great opportunity for you as a content creator to sort of meet your fans, express like that accessibility and relatability that we talked about. That makes a big difference.
For sure, it's a win-win, I think. And really, if you want to hear Greg, our resident blogger's thoughts on this, you can check out his blog post at blog.gamewisp.com, where he talks about, kind of the signing at PAX South with Mindcrack and what that meant to have that kind of fan engagement and things of that nature. So Greg's got some thoughts.
Right. And so I would definitely recommend check it out, blog.gamewisp.com. Greg's writing up a storm and they're all great. So check that out, spend some time there. Let us know what you think. And as a content creator, what does it mean to you to be with your fans? As a fan, what does it mean to be in the presence of your favorite gaming video creator, get to talk to them, get their autograph, that kind of thing. Like, we'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on that. In the comments on our Reddit page. It's Reddit/r/GameWisp.
That's a tough one to find.
I know, it's really hard. But we'd love to hear your thoughts if you have any on that particular topic, because we're really passionate about sort of that fan interaction, what it looks like.
Or just yell at us on Twitter at GameWisp.
That's right. Twitter.com/GameWisp.
Yeah, you can find us. For sure. Our opinion, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
If it's a bad thing, let us know. But anyway, coming up next on the podcast, we're going to move into an ample discussion of Facebook and why it matters. So stick with us, and we'll see you after the break.